Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news, we'll talk about altcoins. I'm going to move some crypto around for you guys and play with some wallets here live so you can see how things work. And as always, I'll do my best to get to your questions and see if we can't troubleshoot your problems here live. So let's get started. Hey everybody, so welcome here at the live stream. I've got my rig in the back, and let's see, let's turn on our Bitcoin logo. That thing will work. It does. Oh, okay, let's do Flash. I like Flash. Flash isn't working. Let's try. Okay, there we go. That's good. Like I said, welcome everybody. I want to thank Laura for being here again last week, the Crypto Tax Girl. If you did not catch that interview, you might want to go back, and in the history of my live streams, you should see that from last week. It was a good interview about crypto taxes. For those of you who are struggling with the crypto tax thing, she answered quite a few questions of mine and some of the participants in the live stream. Thank you guys for your questions last week as well. I still have a link down in the description to get in touch with Laura if you're interested in either just a consultation or having her help you with just your crypto portion of your tax return, and or she can do the entire tax return. And she also has a course. If you are brave enough to learn about how crypto works with taxes, she's got a course on getting you up to speed so that maybe you can do things on your own. A lot of us may not have as much complicated transactions as maybe I or some of the others that have been around for a while do. If you have a fairly simple situation, you might want to just take her course so you can learn how to do your taxes moving forward. Once again, thanks. I want to thank everyone that came here tonight. Let's move over to the main demo here. Wrong camera. Is this the right camera? All right. Let's see if we can get this straight. Is this the... No, it's not. Of course not. No, it's not. This one. All right. Still been at this for a long time, still trying to get the camera thing down. The problem that I have is I've got a cat, and the cat likes to jump up and get behind the monitors, and then he hits the cables and gets the monitors all cockeyed, so I've got to like screw around with the cameras to make sure that they're all honed in on the right angle and everything. So that's one thing. And I'm just getting old. That's another thing. So Mustafa Lamb with his emojis in tow. Thanks for being here. Kenneth, I want to thank Kenneth. Kenneth is always sending me news articles, crypto-related news articles throughout the week leading up to the live stream. So I want to thank Kenneth for all that he does. I really appreciate it. Some of the news stories that we've got for tonight were sent by Kenny. Let's not call him Kenneth anymore, right? He likes to be called Kenny. He's only called Kenneth when he's in trouble, and you're not in trouble. So we're calling you Kenny now. Mr. Miskey, Amsterdam, Holland, Diatom Ranger, thanks for being here. There was someone that came on in French, and I don't see it here. Sometimes when I refresh my stream, some of the people that were here early kind of disappear. So I wanted to greet you from France, and but I don't see your name here. But thanks for being here. If you're here, just throw up another greeting. Let's see. Frank Rodriguez is here. Emmanuel Admasu, thank you for being here. PJ Playhouse, RH, Joseph Tarbuck Jr., Wayne C. Paul Wiener, again, thanks for being here, Paul. Asil, 1JODIS was here last week. Happy St. Patty's Day, right? That was yesterday. Uh, Shout out to all those who love and celebrate St. Patrick's Day with your with real Irish blood or just Irish spirit. Crawbillies, James E, Barbara K. Always great to have Barbara here again. Tom T. What will be the impact of Biden bucks? Probably inflationary, I would say. About as far as the crypto market goes, hopefully the rate of inflation and the instability of the banking system should be good for crypto, at least in the short term. It would be bad for crypto, I would imagine, if the entire financial system collapsed, right? We want to run crypto in parallel. Where I don't think crypto is ready to replace the financial system. People still need on-ramps and off-ramps. We'll talk a little bit more about the banking thing. Rebecca Hunt, just want to make sure I've caught everybody. Jacques, Mass Ninja, your many practical tutorials. Thank you so much, Jacques. I appreciate that. So we're going to jump into the news. Before we do that, just want to show you the description down below the video. This is the format of our live stream. I've got an agenda of some things I want to talk about tonight, which we can always add to and subtract from. I've got, like I mentioned, the Crypto Tax Girl info here. Gordon Law, which is based in Illinois, which is also a great resource for you, and some affiliate links down below. Any of these services that you are interested in, I would appreciate it if you would use my affiliate link. And let's tidy up things just a tad there and save. And as always, I have the news stories. Oh, that one didn't get through. We'll have to paste that in while we're talking. Missed that one. But I do have that queued up and ready to go. So let's go ahead and jump into the news. And what is that one? That one's this one, right? Let's copy this one into the clipboard and paste that in there so that anybody that wants to read these stories at length at their own leisure will have links to them. All right, so let's jump in. The first one is Bitcoin price, as always, and Ether, the crypto market, swing from cold to hot in event-filled week. The two largest cryptocurrencies have risen 31% and 26% respectively. I believe this story was from a day or two ago. So we had another pop yesterday above 27,000. We're still sitting a little above 27,000 as far as Crypto.com is concerned. And according to CoinDesk, we've got 27,286, which is down slightly. It was, hovering around 27,500 or so for most of the day. It's been a pretty good last 24 hours. Bitcoin is up. Ethereum is up around 1,800, which is really good. The altcoins are still a little sluggish from a couple of days ago when things were dragging the market down. Now it looks like things are dragging the market back up. The events have come in fast and furious. So let's just summarize this article a little bit. Bitcoin and Ether started the working week at technically oversold levels and ended it all at the precipice of overbought levels. The two largest cryptocurrencies by market capitalization weathered bank failures, inflation concerns, and ETH selling pressure to ride higher. Bitcoin was recently selling at 26.7, up more than 30% over the past 7 days. That's impressive, with much of its gains occurring since Monday. Ether has climbed about 21% over the same period. And like I said, this is as of yesterday. Both assets made abrupt turns at the technically oversold relative strength index mark of 30 on March 11 and accelerated their move higher, followed by assurances by the FDIC that Silicon Valley Bank depositors would be made whole. Okay, so that was a couple days ago. And since The Federal Deposit Insurance Commission assured Silicon Valley Bank depositors that their uninsured firms would be covered and available to them. We've had weakness in Credit Suisse over in Europe. I guess I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. Or is it Credit Suisse? I guess if it was Credit Suisse, it would be spelled SWISS, but it's spelled SUISSE. Maybe that's how the Swiss spell it. I don't know for sure. And it's pronounced Swiss or it's pronounced Suisse. But here I am, an American, and we mangle pronunciations all the time. That's our job over here in the U.S., to mangle especially French words, but also just about any other country's words can be mangled by the brush and uncouth Americans. Let me go ahead and pop out chat so you guys can, so I can see the chat window over here. I'm going to pop that out just so I can take keep an eye on it, make sure that I haven't accidentally muted my mic or created a crazy echo or anything like that. Doesn't look like I have.
I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah, Echo's talking to me again. Well, that's weird. Oh, it's only when I turn on that other camera, make it active. It's crazy. I have like I have two webcams, one Canon over here on the side that I use for my my welcome shot, and then for the close-ups of the Ledger device, which also has a mic on it. So sometimes things go kind of haywire when I have to re-add a webcam that suddenly gets lost. And then for some bizarre reason, OBS Studio starts picking up sound through that webcam when it shouldn't. Anyway, enough about me, right? Let's, all right, so I've got the web chat over here. Let's go back over to this story. Credit Suisse Bank. Okay, so first of all, Credit Suisse has been having trouble for months, right? One scandal after another. People are losing faith in Credit Suisse. We were, and I even mentioned when I talked to we had our monthly crypto investors club meeting with my good friend Randy and Dan and others. Deb was there this month. But as we were wrapping, and that's in person here in Michigan that we meet, good friends of ours. And as we were wrapping up, I said, Credit Suisse may be the next domino to fall as far as the banks go. And sure enough, it was, I guess that meeting was on Tuesday. It was on Wednesday that we had problems with Credit Suisse. I can't get it straight, saying that they wanted the Swiss government to give them a vote of confidence, and that was enough to lose more faith in them. And then, I guess by the end of Wednesday, the Swiss government did step in and say, hey, we're going to backstop them. We're going to give them that vote of confidence and blah, blah, blah. And things kind of picked up in the markets. And then on Thursday, I think they said, people started to realize, oh, okay, well, whatever the Swiss government did wasn't enough to restore confidence in Credit Suisse. And I guess it was on Friday that we started hearing that there was going to be this merger, that UBS was going to absorb Credit Suisse, and that was supposed to restore all faith in the banking system over there in Switzerland. And now there is this is today's story. A historic merger deal between Credit Suisse and UBS Group is all set to be finalized as soon as Saturday evening. Here it is, Saturday evening. It is said that the Swiss National Bank, Switzerland's central bank and regulator. Oh, thank you for that tip, by the way, Asil. I always appreciate a little monetary support thrown my way. And there's no question attached to it, so we can keep talking. That's cool. And you can always, if you throw in a tip and you want to add a question to your tip, I'll always try to get to your question. give it priority. Swiss Financial Market Supervisory Authority, FIMMNMA, believe the merger is the only choice to prevent a Credit Suisse collapse. This could make a massive banking entity with the merger of the two largest Switzerland banks. The banking crisis, which began with the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank, has been a positive event for the crypto market. It has. I find that kind of funny, actually, and it's a bit of a slap in the face to the financial powers that be, that now that they're actually facing some loss of faith in the banking system in the U.S., especially with the collapse of SVB and Signature Bank of last week. That was on Sunday. And then we had, I forgot to add this story to the news, but a bunch of the huge banks in the U.S., Chase and Wells Fargo, donated or contributed $30 billion to, I think it's First Republic Bank, which I had never heard of, in order to sort of bail out First Republic Bank. So just when you thought the banking system was stabilized, now Credit Suisse is having issues. I don't know what the latest is. Here it is. Let's see if we can look on Zero Hedge. UBS seeks $6 billion government backstop as it rushes to finalize Credit Suisse takeover deal as soon as tonight. Right? So this is a breaking story. We'll see what happens. Is the Swiss government going to back this deal? I'm assuming they will. Either that or Credit Suisse collapses and all hell breaks loose. Right, so this is the latest story. I'll go ahead and copy and paste that into our list of stories just so anybody that's really wants to see what's going on can read that story as well. All right, so the banking system is teetering on the verge of collapse, and crypto is the crypto market is people are putting more money into crypto. Is this, I don't know, is this, we know causation, correlation does not prove causation, but it is kind of funny that, you know, now that the big powers that be that have been bashing crypto as unstable and not worth anything and, you know, a danger to, you know, life itself, is suddenly becoming strong as the banking system looks weak. Sort of like, you know, the last laugh in a way. All right, so, but that's cool, right? For us that are into crypto. Let's go ahead and move on to the next story. We've got some good stories about adoption. Well, I don't know about this one. Coinbase is planning on setting up crypto trading platform outside U.S. Now, this is another slap to U.S. regulators, which can't seem to get their act together and pass reasonable crypto regulation. Instead, they're just jumping on crypto companies and using enforcement actions to squeeze them and file suits against them and all sorts of crazy stuff. So basically, the big U.S. crypto firms are saying, "All right, screw it. We're going to just get out of the U.S." You know, if this is the way they're going to treat, and the big, you know, Coinbase is the biggest one, and so if they're fleeing the regulatory structure of the U.S. and setting up outside U.S. jurisdiction, you know, it just goes to show that the U.S. had their chance to, and the SEC and all of the big regulatory agencies in the U.S. had their chance for the last couple of years to pass reasonable crypto regulation, but they continue to basically harass and marginalize crypto firms with U.S. regulations. And so big firms are going to leave, right? The reported move came amid many U.S. lawmakers and regulators taking aim at crypto firms for their perceived role in the failure of three major banks. Oh, I see. So it's all crypto's fault. that banks are failing in the US. Has nothing to do with their Ponzi scheme of a financial system. Okay. Cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase is reportedly planning to set up a crypto trading platform outside the United States, where it is currently headquartered. According to a March 17 Bloomberg report, Coinbase discussed setting up the non-US platform with some of its institutional clients. The reported move came amid many US lawmakers and regulators taking aim at crypto firms. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's all crypto's fault. Now, so I don't. That's not really adoption news, right? I've got some good adoption news here. Microsoft reportedly testing Edge browser Web3 wallet integration. So if you're not aware, I like to use, well, I am at the moment. This is Brave browser, and Brave browser has a wallet built into it, and it has for a long time. It sort of integrates basic attention token, but there's also a wallet built into the browser that you can use that's very similar to Metamask. For a while, it kind of was Metamask, and now it's kind of not Metamask. I found that it kind of interferes with MetaMask. I don't particularly care for it, but it has been built into Brave browser for quite some time. And now it looks like Microsoft is building in a browser to their Edge browser, which I don't like. But yeah, a lot of people use the Edge browser. I believe it is the default browser when you first install Windows. But that's really amazing news that Microsoft is going to integrate a browser. Now, it's not out yet, but it is obvious that it is being integrated if you're a developer, right? In a March 17 Twitter thread, software documenter and occasional info leaker, Albacore shared a series of supposed Edge user interface screenshots showing the early stages of the firm's new Web3 wallet. Newest in the gauntlet of questionable upcoming Microsoft Edge features, a crypto wallet, not really sure how to feel about this kind of thing, being baked into the default browser. Albacore pessimistically noted, right? But that's good news, right? Microsoft is finally coming around and deciding that, hey, Web 3 is a thing, wallets are a thing, other browsers have wallets built in, maybe we should build in a browser wallet for those that want to manage crypto with our browser, right? They want to integrate that in. Probably a ways off, but interesting to say the least, right? Microsoft being one of the biggest companies on the planet, right? And then another big firm, Fidelity. Kenneth sent me this news story about Microsoft, and he sent me this one about Fidelity. Fidelity is a big investment firm. Fidelity Crypto finally is open to the public, giving millions of users access to Bitcoin and Ether investments. The firm's retail product was previously available to users only via a waitlist. All waitlist users now have access. Bitcoin and Ether transactions on the app are commission-free. Fidelity digital assets will collect a spread of no more than 1%. So, good news if you're a Fidelity customer, and good adoption news. This would have been like ground shaking back in the early days. Fidelity is getting into Bitcoin and Ether. But with all of the bank failures and, the regulatory problems and the bankruptcies that are grabbing the spotlight, this kind of flies under the radar, interestingly enough, right? And then another story that Ken sent me is Gary Gensler is now suggesting that proof-of-stake tokens are securities. This was kind of an offhand remark during some kind of interview. Gary Gensler doubling down on his opinion that proof-of-stake tokens could meet the definition of securities under the Howey test, thus bringing them under his agency's regulatory authority. Basically, he's saying that securities laws could be triggered because investors anticipate a return when they purchase tokens underpinned by a proof of stake consensus mechanism. Did it and thought everything was fine, but forgot to start streaming again. I'm getting too old for this. I'm getting too old for this. I'm back. Oh my gosh. All right, so you missed the end of the news wrap up, so let's just go from there. Oh my gosh. All right, so I was addressing Darren's question, which was when you purchase Matic on an exchange, what format is it? And the answer to the question is it is both or neither or anything. As far as when it's on an exchange, it's just a placeholder. It tracks the price of the asset. It's only when you withdraw it that it actually becomes one or the other blockchain, because that's when you actually store it in a wallet. So if you've purchased it and it's just sitting on the exchange, it doesn't matter really what format it is. The only thing that matters when it's on an exchange is the price. So as far as the exchange is concerned, it's any format and every format. It's only when you make your withdrawal that it actually has to be converted to whatever format you want to withdraw it into. So once you make your withdrawal, that's when it converts to a actual format, right? And becomes a self-custodied crypto in your wallet. So when you withdraw it to your Ethereum wallet, it will suddenly become ERC20 token. And when you withdraw it to your Polygon wallet in Polygon format, it becomes native Polygon, right? So, and basically you determine that when you withdraw and tell them what format you want to withdraw it as. So if we look at, I'm not going to buy any. Well, let's just do a little test. Let's grab some of our Polygon over here. This is my Ledger Live wallet, right? This is the wallet that I use to manage a lot of my assets that are being secured by this hardware wallet, right? This is the forward-facing section of Ledger Live. I have some Matic in this wallet. Let's go ahead and transfer a little bit over to Coinbase. You'll notice this is in Matic format, right? Polygon main. Let's go over to our Coinbase account. Oh, I'm right here. Let's do a receive, which means I'm going to receive some crypto into my account. There's the address. Let's go ahead and do Matic. Whoops. There we go. Polygon. Now, I can transfer Matic into Coinbase either from my ERC20 based wallet, if it's in ERC20 format, or I can send it from my Matic based wallet. So Ledger Live supports both. So as you can see, I have some in my Polygon account. At the moment, I don't have any in my Ethereum wallet, but I have in the past. So you can see down here that I do have an empty ERC20 placeholder where in the past, I had some ERC20 based Matic. I don't use it in that format anymore because it's expensive to move around on the Ethereum blockchain. So if I had Matic in this wallet, I could do the same thing, drop it into my Coinbase account, same address, right? You can receive, there it says it right there, you can receive Matic on multiple networks. If you're receiving from a network other than Ethereum, switch the network on the next screen. Okay, so they're saying when you make your deposit, you need to specify to us, right? Even though they give you the same address. It's kind of weird. I would venture to say that it really doesn't matter, that if you send it to the address, it will come in either way. But, So here's where you tell them, okay, I'm bringing this Polygon in from a Polygon wallet, right? Even though it's the same address, right? There's the address. Let's see what it would have been on Ethereum. Would that be the same address or not? See, it's the same address. So I believe that either way, it would, as it comes into this address, Coinbase will go, oh yeah, that's coming in from. It doesn't matter to Coinbase, but they do make you specify. So it's my contention is it doesn't matter, right? As long as the address is the same, so it would either way it will get onto your Coinbase account, right? So let's copy this into our clipboard. Let's go over here to our Matic account. Let's go ahead and send, let's send about $50 worth. We'll paste in the address and we'll say $50 worth here. We'll say continue. And my fee is almost non-existent. I do need to authorize this on my device. So let's zoom in here. Okay. Okay, let's do that. All right, I'm going to go. It's asking me to open the Polygon app, which I will do. Any outgoing transaction has to be authorized by the device. That's how this thing works. So we're going to review the transaction. We'll move forward here. We'll click accept and send. And off it goes. All right. And then I don't know how long we're going to need to wait over on Coinbase for this to arrive. Usually Matic comes in fairly quickly. Let's see. If we go to my assets and we go to, let's see. Let's just do a quick refresh and see what happens. Oh, I should get an email alert telling me that they've detected a deposit of Matic coming in. So we'll see what happens there. I'm done with the device now because I've already authorized the transaction. So I'll just do that. So like I said, it doesn't matter really, as you know, since the address, the Coinbase address is exactly the same. It doesn't really matter. You could say I'm going to make an Ethereum-based deposit and then make a Polygon-based deposit to the exact same address, and I'm pretty sure it would show up in Coinbase. I probably should have done that just to be facetious, but I didn't. All right, so we're going to have to wait a little while for that to come in. But once we make our withdrawal, I'll show you, you have that same interface as you're withdrawing it, and you can choose to withdraw it either to a Matic-based wallet or an Ethereum-based wallet. And if you withdraw it to an Ethereum-based wallet, it will, you know, come into the wallet as an ERC20 token, but still, you know, be called Matic, but will suffer from Ethereum fees, right? So probably the best bet would be to keep it in Matic format, native Polygon format, if you're going to do trading, because the fees are cheaper and things move faster. But to stake Matic, you still have to stake it in ERC20 format, which I find really bizarre, that the only way to stake Matic is on the Ethereum platform, but that is how it works. Let me just point that out for you there. If we go over here to DeFi, the Polygon staking, that's this thing, right? Whoops. Oh, okay. So it's, let me see if I can get it to the home page here. I don't know why my link is, come on. Okay. These they just fight with me tooth and nail when I'm trying to demo stuff for you guys. Let's see. Polygon. Wallet features. See, now they've changed the website, so it looks different now. And look, they don't seem to... Aha, here, staking. Here we go. Get started staking. All right. Oh, seriously. Didn't I just click this? What happened? Did it take me there or not? All right, let me go. Let me go ahead and connect my wallet through Metamask. It's on the Ethereum network at the moment. Okay, I guess I've got some Matic in this wallet. Let's go ahead and connect it. All right, that's our wallet. All right. Okay, that's the bridge. Oh, now what? Oh. Oh, God. All right. Oh, my God. Okay, well, this is the bridge. I can see that. So I'm having some difficulty finding their staking. Okay, there. Oh my God. Wow. Okay, let's try this. No. It's not going to happen, is it? Okay. Jeez. Just trying to make a short point. Basically, you have to have your Polygon, well, or maybe not anymore. I don't know. It used to be that you had to have your Polygon in Ethereum format to stake. Maybe not anymore. But I can't figure it out because they've changed the way the wallet works, and now I'm lost again. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I guess I'm done with that. Oh my God. Okay. Let's see here. It looks complicated. Yes, it is. It is complicated. But I seem to, it used to be very clear on their website when you went to this wallet, it would say staking must be done on the Ethereum platform. But now they've changed the way everything looks and it's not as clear as it used to be. I don't know what this is over here. This is bizarre. But yeah, if you wanted to stake Polygon, see, they don't even have a staking button anymore. They used to. They have this thing, which takes me nowhere. Just like runs me around in a circle. So I don't know what's going on over here. Not trying to stake, but yeah, Poly, ERC20. Okay. Let's check Coinbase and see if that Polygon has come in yet. No. Yeah, I've noticed Coinbase is getting very slow lately. I still haven't got an email alert that my Polygon was transferred there. Okay, Dan is... Oh, see? We lost you. Text to the chat and let us know you're okay. I'm okay. Oh, gosh. All right. I'm back. This is going to be a long one. Okay. When I use my XUMM wallet, I put in my 6-digit code and it accepts it but when I have to go to confirm the transfer to Ledger, it rejects it. What is the best way to purchase XRP if you live in the US? I would say you could use KuCoin to purchase XRP. You can use KuCoin from the US, and you can use a credit card to actually purchase Tether on KuCoin. And then from there, you could trade for XRP. You could also fund your account with crypto if you already have Bitcoin or Ethereum or Tether. And you can purchase Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether on Coinbase or Binance US, and then transfer it into KuCoin to purchase your XRP. Or you can use Uphold. I believe Uphold supports XRP, and they're in the US. So I believe you could use cash on Uphold. You can connect your bank account or use a credit card or debit card, I believe, on Uphold to purchase XRP if you want to do that. Let's see. Someone asked a question. XUMM wallet. XUMM wallet? Okay. Oh, it's an XRP wallet. Okay. Okay. So you're using a Ledger with a phone-based wallet here? I don't have this wallet on my phone, but as far as I know, there are no phone-based wallets that support the Ledger device, save the Ledger Live app, which works through Bluetooth. So this wallet is a phone-based wallet. And supposedly it supports the Ledger device. Okay, the terminology that they use in the explanation of how to fix it sounds like I have to put in a seed phrase, and I don't like that. Maybe you can simplify. First of all, I've never used this wallet, so I apologize for that. Don't put in your Ledger seed phrase into their wallet, because then you're basically bypassing your the security of your hardware device. I'm not sure what it is that you're trying to achieve. It sounds like you're trying to use this wallet to access the XRP that you have stored in your Ledger device. And I don't see how you could possibly do that unless, of course, you import your 24-word recovery phrase into this wallet, which is a no-no. Why are you using this wallet, might I ask? If you can manage your XRP in your Ledger device, in Ledger Live, why are you using that wallet? Are you using it to trade? Because you can store XRP on a Ledger device in Ledger Live. You don't need another wallet to do that. And then if you want to trade your XRP, you can transfer it from your Ledger Live to KuCoin or Uphold to trade, if that's what you're trying to do, if you're buying and selling XRP. So basically, you hold your XRP in your wallet for storage, and then when you want to sell it, you transfer it to an exchange. And when you want to buy it, you buy it on an exchange and then transfer it to your wallet for safekeeping. So if you're using this XUMM wallet to, trade XRP and buy it, well, that's great. If you want to do it that way, that's fine. But if you want to store the XRP using your Ledger as the private key, the Ledger device is the private key, then simply transfer it from that wallet, that phone-based XUMM wallet into Ledger Live for safekeeping. I get it. Like if you are, you want to use a wallet in conjunction with your Ledger device, that's great. I use a lot of third-party wallets like Metamask in conjunction with my Ledger device, but I don't believe you can do that with this wallet. I mean, I guess I can download it and just see. What is this? What does it want me to do? Why isn't there a QR code? I guess they're okay. So they don't have it. This app is only available for iPhone. Yeah. Okay. So I will download it. Okay. I was hoping to get a QR code there. Whatever. All right. Okay, yeah. And of course, it's most likely going to set up a brand new wallet for me. Payments and payment request on the XRP ledger. Set up a passcode. Let me do that over here. It's probably going to give me a seed phrase. All right. Yeah, I'll do the Face ID if it's going to let me do that. I'll do the push later. It is self-custodial. Okay. Okay, let's read this together here. Zoom is a self-custodial wallet, meaning your funds aren't in Zoom custody but live on the XRP ledger. Okay, I get that. Okay, only blah, 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 blah. Only me and only me. All right, I've read it. What's it going to do now? It's going to let me, okay, I understand. Transactions are permanent. Okay, I get that as well. All right, I'm assuming at some point it's going to give me a backup phrase. I understand. Okay, they're just giving me a lot of the normal self-custody stuff, right? It's all good stuff, right? A lot of people get the impression that the crypto is stored on their phone or on the device. It's not. It's on the ledger. All right, so they're going to give me my keys now, I would assume. Holy moly, if you change your device, it won't transfer over. You need the backup phrase. Okay, we all know that, or at least I do. We'll say, okay, I understand. Questions and support. Boy, this is kind of an exasperating setup, isn't it? All right, they got questions and support. I understand. Okay. Holy moly, now I got to agree to all this stuff. I keep moving it because at some point, okay, all right, close. Interesting that they didn't give me a seed phrase to back up my wallet, which is kind of weird. Okay, all right. So when I create a new account, I'm assuming that, okay, now here, if I say import existing, yeah, there's no option to connect this to a ledger device. So I'm not sure what it is you're trying to do that involves the ledger device. So the original question was, when I use my XM wallet, put in my code, it accepts it. But when I have to go to confirm the transfer to Ledger, it rejects it. So you're saying that when you try to transfer your XRP from this wallet to Ledger Live, it's rejecting it? Is that what you're saying? I thought it was the Ledger itself. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now I got to go through all this. Secret numbers of row A. Please write down all the numbers. I'm not sure how long this is going to take. Oh, this is going to take me all night. I can't go through all this. Ugh, and now it wants me to go back. Yeah, I can't. I can't go through all this. It would take me too long. Yeah. All right, so I'm not going to go through they don't even use like a backup phrase. They use some kind of weird number system, which has me writing down digits, which is going to be problematic. I don't see how you would. Well, they did in the import section, they had a way to import, I guess, a regular XRP seed phrase. So I don't know. I can't really go through everything and like get this wallet set up so that I can demo it. But I'm not sure what you mean by rejects it. Are you saying it tells you it's an invalid address or the transaction fails? I'm not sure what the issue is. Can you elaborate a little more on what's going on? All right, let's get this out of the way. Is it possible to move off those exchanges to a wallet? What's the best way to purchase? Yes, it is possible. I think I covered, I alluded to that. Basically, you would, here we are. Let's say I have an XRP wallet set up on my Ledger device and I want to move crypto from an exchange to my wallet. I would simply hit receive here. I don't even have to do the verification check. Just generate the receiving address of the wallet and transfer from KuCoin or Uphold to my wallet. It's pretty simple. I know I make it sound simple. I don't mean to be flippant, but it is. And you don't need a tag when you drop XRP in your own wallet. It's not required, even though the exchange will give you all kinds of scary warnings about where's your tag and all that stuff. People think that it's telling you that they can't do it. It's just warning you that maybe you should if you're transferring it to another exchange. Exchanges require the tag, TAG field, right? But you don't need it when you're putting XRP in your own wallet. However, when you're moving your XRP back to an exchange, then you definitely need the tag. XRP is kind of weird that way, but that's this way. Okay. Crawbillies, thanks for that tip. I appreciate it. Celebrate the first super chat from Crawbillies. Yay. It appears that you can trade XRP on Ledger Live using a third party. Oh, yeah. So you could conceivably buy XRP using the third-party services that are baked into Ledger Live. So they've got Ramp, and then they've got some other, let's say, do we want Bitcoin? How much Bitcoin do you want? They're like, I don't know why they're forcing me to use Bitcoin. Okay. Okay. Well, this is weird. I thought you could buy and sell all kinds of different cryptocurrencies in Ledger Live. Apparently not. Apparently. Oh my God. Oh my God. See, yeah, you know, this is okay. Okay. Kitty. I thought that you could buy multiple types of crypto using Ledger Live, but it looks like this ramp thing is kind of forcing me to use, to buy Bitcoin. All right, $100. Okay, here is where I can change it. Okay. Wow. Okay, so you tell it you want to buy XRP. You should have an XRP account already set up. I guess if you... What is this cat doing? Keeps crawling underneath and knocking my ledger off. Okay, so if you get to this point and there are no existing accounts, you would say add account, and it would help you set up an XRP account. All right. You tell it you want to drop it into this account, and then you buy it, and it will go in there. But you would have to set up this service from within Ledger Live, right? This is not you using your Ledger wallet to make this purchase, right? You're actually connecting to a third-party financial service to make this purchase. Kind of the same thing with the swap, too. I think people are under the impression that when you use the swap within Ledger Live that you're kind of just doing it from your own wallet. Well, it doesn't work like that, right? Because your wallet does not have any liquidity for trades. So, like, if I want to use my Bitcoin to buy, say, let's just, for the sake of argument, Litecoin, right? That Litecoin has to come from somewhere. It just doesn't get created out of thin air because I'm willing to trade Bitcoin out of my wallet for it, right? You need a third-party liquidity provider, be it a DEX or a centralized exchange that has some Litecoin on hand. You can't just like magically create Litecoin by swapping out of your own wallet. Although Ledger Live kind of gives you the illusion that that's what you're doing. You're not doing that. You're actually, I don't think I have any Bitcoin at the moment. Let's do Polygon because I have some Polygon that I could use to make this trade. So let's say, let's 500, right? So they're going to say, oh, okay, so you got 500 Matic and you're willing to trade that for Litecoin. Let me go out there and see who has some Litecoin, right? And so they give you this CIC, which is basically a third-party exchange. They have liquidity, right? They have some Litecoin that they're willing to offer me in exchange for my Polygon, right? That's the way it works, right? You're not actually swapping it right on your wallet. It may seem that way. The advantage of doing this, for simplicity's sake, is that when you make this swap, it will end up in your wallet, right? Actually, we were talking more about XRP, right? Maybe we should do that. So if we wanted to, swap Polygon for XRP, in other words, I'm going to pay with Polygon and get XRP, it goes through a third party, right? The CIC here, right? The same with the buy and sell, right? Well, that's obvious, right? Because you have to give it some kind of payment medium, right? Like your debit card, your credit card, something like that, right? You use Visa, Apple Pay, Google Pay, or a straight bank transfer, that. I haven't used KuCoin in a while, but I do not remember being required to use a tag. Okay. Tag. All right. So if I have XRP in my own wallet, right, and I want to make my deposit on KuCoin, right, we'll go over to KuCoin and we'll say, okay, I want to deposit some XRP. All right, deposit. All right, I tell it I want XRP, and they say the tag and address are both required for an XRP deposit. I say, okay, there's the address and there's the tag. All right, when I copy that into my clipboard, I go over here and I put in the address. But if I just use the address and I don't use the optional tag, it won't get there, right? It won't show up in my wallet, right? Then I'll have to call KuCoin tech support and tell them, hey, I made a transfer, but I forgot the tag. And, they'll put me through all kinds of hell. All right, so we go back to KuCoin, we grab the tag, and then we go back here to Ledger Live and we paste in the tag. Boom. That's how you make an XRP transfer to an exchange from your wallet. You must use the tag. That's the way XRP works. If you're making a withdrawal to your wallet, you don't need the tag, right? So if I want to withdraw XRP, which I don't have any in here at the moment, there's my withdrawal address. I'm going to use the XRP network. It's going to tell me, oh, you're not using a tag. Are you sure? And I'll say, yeah, it's fine. I don't need a tag because I'm putting it in my own wallet. You bypass that. It's optional when you make a withdrawal from an exchange to your wallet. I know XRP is so confusing. There are other cryptos that use tags. Sometimes they call it a tag. Sometimes they call it a memo. BNB tokens require memos when you're making deposits on exchanges, but not when you're making withdrawal to your own wallet. Stellar Lumens requires a tag field when you're making deposits on exchanges, but not when you're withdrawing to your own wallet. Just like XRP. Okay, Atom also requires tags. Thank you, Dan. That is true. Yes. So, Barbara, if you were simply buying XRP on KuCoin and withdrawing it to your ledger, you probably never encountered the tag. And that's why you don't remember it. It's not required when making withdrawals. But God help you if you're trying to move it back to an exchange, you're trying to liquidate, and you forget your tag. You're going to be hung out to dry. You'll eventually be able to recover it by calling them and talking to their tech support, but good luck doing that with a foreign exchange. Could be, days, weeks before you recover your XRP. You don't want that, right? When you're transferring crypto, you want it there within minutes, right? So don't forget to use that tag. Let's see. We were talking about that XUM wallet, which will not work with a ledger. We were talking a little bit about Uphold, which you can buy XRP with that. We were talking about Ledger and how you can use their buy and sell and swap feature along with a third party. Speaking of third parties, I did want to bring this up. This is one of my pet peeves. I did a video about, let's see if we can find it here. Oops. Plaid. I used to call it Plaid, but I think it is Plaid. I'm not sure exactly when Coinbase decided that if you wanted to link a bank account to your Coinbase account, that you had to use Plaid. But they have. They decided in their infinite wisdom that they were going to, force their users to use Plaid in order to link their bank account. Plaid is a third-party service provider that is in the business of connecting financial services to web services, that kind of thing. That's their business model. In the old days, if you wanted to make a bank transfer to Coinbase, you did it the old-fashioned way. You gave Coinbase your account number and your SWIFT code. Well, that's not particularly secure, right? It's not really secure to be throwing around your account number and your SWIFT code. You pretty much can, if I know your bank account and SWIFT code, I potentially can access your bank balance, right? I can go onto a website that requires those two things and, drain your account, right? So, but people had no problem giving their bank account number and their SWIFT code to Coinbase. For some reason, they trusted Coinbase with that information, right? Now, Plaid works a little differently. Plaid does not ask you, let me go over here. I don't know what I did with it. Let's just pull it up here. Plaid. Plaid works slightly different than that. When you use Plaid to connect to a financial service like Coinbase, Plaid will ask you to link your account by logging in to your online banking. So basically, you log in using your bank account username and password. Well, this freaks a lot of people out. my contention is it is not that much different than providing your Swift code and account number. In fact, I believe, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I believe that Plaid is more secure than simply providing your bank account number and your Swift code. Because I know that Coinbase is encrypted, but there are all kinds. It's possible that someone snooping, a hacker, could snoop that account number and Swift code somewhere between you and Coinbase. Right? Plaid is encrypted. Right? So when you log into your bank account using Plaid, it's encrypted and more secure. But people just do not, it just sticks in their craw, and it doesn't really stick in my craw, but what does stick in my craw is people making comments on that video telling me what an idiot I am for using Plaid and providing my bank account login to this weird third party called Plaid. And my contention is if you want to use Coinbase and you want to connect your bank account to Coinbase, then you need to use Plaid. So if you don't want to use Plaid, then that means you don't want to use Coinbase, right? So go use some other exchange that doesn't make you use Plaid. Plaid! But more and more services are using Plaid because it works and it's secure and it handles all that back-end stuff that Coinbase doesn't want to deal with anymore. Coinbase doesn't want to like juggle people's accounts and all this other stuff. They want to use a third-party payment processor in the background that does all the work for them, that allows people to connect their bank accounts safely and securely to Coinbase, right? So people think, well, I guess people don't think that Plaid's going to steal their money. Some people do, right? But I think most people say stuff like, what if Plaid gets hacked and then my bank account login is in jeopardy? Okay, I get that, right? But the same thing could have happened with your bank account and Swift code. So, I mean, are you just going to like reject the modern world because you think something's going to get hacked? I know, I get it, right? You know, your username and your banking username and your banking password are, you know, very sensitive information. People get freaked out when they're asked to log into their bank account when they're using Plaid. I get that, right? But you log into your bank account all the time from your phone and from your web browser, and you're not worried about the bank getting hacked. But I don't know, people just don't trust Plaid. But, and then the question comes up, does Plaid save your banking info? And when I recorded the video, I sort of said, I'm not sure. And so kind of people were PO'd about, oh, he doesn't sound like he knows what he's talking about. He doesn't know. At the time, I didn't know because I'm really not out here to explain all the intricacies of these services. I'm just doing a demo on how to get it done step by step. Here's how you do it, right? But I didn't know whether they saved your banking information or not at the time. I've done some more research, and sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. It just depends on your bank and how their app works. So Plaid does save the login tokens on their server so that if it's needed for a connection, it's like, say, when you go to Coinbase and you want to make a transaction, they will allow it to happen, right? And sometimes they need that the information needs to be re-verified depending on how your bank works. And so Plaid does save that. It's secured and it's encrypted on their server, but they do save it, right? There are other types of bank online services that they don't need to save, right? Once they've made the connection, they don't need to save your banking login tokens on their servers. So the answer to the question is sometimes they save the information, sometimes they don't. I thought that that everything was encrypted and that they didn't store any of your login information on the Plaid servers, but sometimes they need to. So that's how it works. But yeah, I mean, if you want to use Coinbase and, for direct deposits to your bank or ACH deposits to your Coinbase account so that you can buy crypto, then you're going to have to use Plaid. They decided that's how things work now at Coinbase. I'm not sure about Binance US. They used to use, I can't remember the name of the company, but it was similar. But I don't think they asked for your bank login, if I recall. I think they used your Swift code and account number, which seems less secure to me. But anyway. Is the transfer instant with Plaid from EU to USA? I'm not too sure about that. I haven't used Plaid as like a peer-to-peer or person-to-person transfer mechanism. I only use it between me and Coinbase. So I'm not sure what you mean by EU to USA. Maybe I think maybe you mean you're in the EU and you're using Coinbase and then you've connected Plaid. Plaid it's like a one-time deal. You log in to Plaid and then your bank account is connected to Coinbase so that when you make a purchase on Coinbase, you will have access to the funds immediately. Now, Coinbase is getting kind of funky as far as even when you go through all that, is it instantaneous? To a certain extent, you can trade right away when you when you make a deposit from your bank, but you can't. They aren't going to let you withdraw right away. And I think they're getting stricter on that. Because for a while there, I could do on the live stream often, I could, make a purchase of crypto directly from my bank and then have access to the crypto and withdraw it to my wallet right away. But the last time I tried this, they wouldn't let me. Okay, finally we got this Polygon Matic in our wallet, right? So I could, if I wanted to, withdraw that Matic. Remember, it started as Polygon up here in the Polygon account or Matic Polygon native. I could withdraw it out to my ERC20 wallet if I wanted to, right? Here's my ERC20 Matic. I could do a receive and grab this address and go over to Coinbase and say, okay, is this a Polygon-based Matic or ERC20-based Matic? At the moment, it's neither and both. It's just in Coinbase as Polygon. I can trade it. I can see how much it's worth, but it is just a placeholder until I actually want to withdraw it. And in that case, when I do a send of Polygon, to my wallet, right? I'll paste in the address here. The next screen is where I actually decide which network I want to withdraw it on. And the default is Ethereum. You want to avoid that. You don't want to withdraw unless you want it, unless you intend, that's your intent. But it's cheaper and faster to use the Polygon network, right? So right here where it says network, you just click here and then you switch it to Polygon. That's going to make your network fees cheaper and your transfer faster, right? So the original question is, what format do they store it in? It doesn't really matter. As far as they're concerned, you've laid claim to some Polygon, right? By depositing it or trading for it, and you have it as an asset in your account, it's just like your money in a bank, right? It's really not yours until you actually withdraw it. So until you withdraw your money from a bank or from Coinbase, it's basically they owe you. I mean, they've made an agreement with you to give you the asset when you ask for it, right? When it's on their exchange, they control it. It's under their control. They may have a huge Polygon-based wallet that they use to store all their Polygon, and then they convert it to Ethereum if you want it that way. Or they may store it all in their Ethereum wallet. Who knows? It doesn't really matter. It's just kind of happening under the hood. Yeah. Hi, Rex. Hello from Slovakia. Nice to meet you, as always. Good to have you here, Max. I'm going to go ahead and drop and pull this out. And I'm going to make sure I use Polygon because I want it to go into my Polygon-based wallet. Notice that if this address here is the same address. It's, even though it's Polygon network, it's using the exact same address because it's using the exact same hardware device, right? So the hardware device generates all of the addresses for all of my wallets. So when it generates an Ethereum wallet, it starts at the first available Ethereum wallet address based on that wallet. And when it generates a Polygon wallet, it also uses the same address scheme, right? So as you can see, the address is identical. It's the same exact address. So, but I chose the right network, so it's going to go into my Polygon wallet. I'll go ahead and put in my two-factor here. And just pull it back out again. It didn't really bother me to do that back and forth because I didn't really spend that much money doing it. You know, probably a dime at the most between back and forth. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe more, maybe a buck. Who knows? But it was okay, right? So now it's on its way back to my wallet where I want it. Should show up in this wallet in a bit. We'll just hang out. Same address. Ted, first-time watcher and subscriber. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Ted, I appreciate it. Loves my program. I appreciate that as well. Barring any technical difficulties that we have. I am just way too old, man. I need like my daughter or my son to just stand here behind me and watch me. Like, Dad. I think my daughter, I remember we were, when we run this, if we run this thing here. Here, I'm going to run this one more. Just watch my daughter here. See her pointing? Whoops. Oh. My daughter's like pointing at the screen there to show me that I've like got the wrong, because I don't remember what the issue was back in those early days. That was like 2017. But there were times where I like had the wrong screen pulled up or something when I was recording videos. And she was like standing there and she was like, "Hey, Dad, look, you screwed up." So that's what I need. I need her to stand behind me during my live streams and like point and go, "Dad, look, you forgot to hit the stream button." After you rebooted your OBS studio. She's got other things on her mind now. Poor old Dad. Let's see what's on our agenda. Stuff we wanted to do tonight. Let's go back up here to the top. We talked about Plaid. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about Coinbase staking. This is important, right? This is very important. So Coinbase, by default, will stake your assets when you make a deposit into Coinbase. And they'll tell you, right? They'll go, "Oh, you know, bully for you. We're staking for you. We're staking your assets for you. Isn't that wonderful?" And you're like, "Yeah, that's great, Coinbase. Like, you know, pay me earnings on my holdings. That's great." Well, unfortunately, when they do that, they are actually staking your assets for you in their own wallets. And with Cardano, no big deal, right? Cardano can be unstaked instantaneously. But other assets like Atom, for example, have an unbonding period. So if you allow Coinbase to auto stake your assets and you deposit Atom into your Coinbase account, when you go to withdraw your Atom, you will have to wait for the unbonding period, which I believe is 21 days. So if you want instant access to your assets, do not allow Coinbase to auto stake your holdings. So in the main Coinbase page here over on the left, they have this earn percentage. Right here where it says staking update, on March 29th, our staking terms and conditions are changing. Learn more. All right. I opted out of staking because when they ask me, I think maybe if I do this, I hope it doesn't. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't have anything on here. You will need to unstake assets if you want to sell or send them, right? They don't even say in this little blurb that you might be subject to an unbonding period. But they did when I did this. Oh, am I done? All right. So I want to undo. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Your staked assets will continue earning rewards. You will earn rewards from the protocol, not from Coinbase. Atom, Sol, ADA must be unstaked before you sell or send them. This could take a few hours or a few weeks, depending on the asset. The time required is due to protocol rules and Coinbase's processing time. So make sure you're doing what you want it to do. So yeah, it's great that Coinbase will auto stake your assets for you. You can earn staking rewards on assets that you have stored in your Coinbase account. That's all well and good. But if you're staking Atom and you want to sell your Atom and the market is high and you go to sell your Atom and they're like, oh, wait a minute, you better unstake it first. And then when you unstake it, it tells you you have to wait 21 days. You're not going to be very happy, right? If you could stake assets in your own wallet, and that's all well and good too. But when you do that, you're pretty much aware of the unbonding period, right? So it's great to stake your assets, but it's better to do that in your own wallet where you have full control over the asset. Because with bank failures, bankruptcy, crypto regulation, IRS coming in and seizing people's assets, it's better not to have them, being held for you by a service like Coinbase. It's great if you want to keep assets on there, in waiting for quick trades or whatever. But just keep in mind that, you want full, immediate access to your assets. So don't auto stake on Coinbase because they will stake them in the platform and you'll have an unbonding period. And as I mentioned, like ADA will unstake instantaneously. But Atom, XTZ, Atom and XTZ, I know for a fact have unbonding periods that are like 21 days. Not too sure about Sol, what its unbonding period is, but it has one, I think. So I chose unstake my assets, right? Yes, unstake my assets. I don't want them done. Right. And this would apply once you've done that staking, it applies to any asset you drop in there, right? It's not going to ask you each time, do you want to stake this? Right. So you could like, oh yeah, sure. Stake my, I'm sure it stakes Ethereum for you. Right. And then you've enabled auto staking. Great. And then you drop in a bunch of Atom thinking that you're going to like convert it or transfer it somewhere or sell it real quick or whatever. And then the next day when you go in there to sell it or transfer it, it's locked, right? Because they've done the staking for you and it's locked in the protocol. So be careful. Not to mention that there will, they mentioned also that there might be Coinbase processing time on top of the unbonding period. So it might be more than 3 weeks for all you know. I'm not sure if I'm staking or not. Question mark sounds crazy. I know, but I've got CNS converting to CNR officially. Don't know if it's staking or not. Right. That's what I'm saying here. It took me a while to figure it out, but if you've got some assets in Coinbase, you need to go to this earn section and then click learn more here. I couldn't find it anywhere in the settings. This is where you have access to it. And you go in here, and that's where you enable and disable staking. So if you're not sure, then go to the earnings section of Coinbase, and you'll be able to figure out whether it's auto staking or not for you. And I guess on March 29th, the interface will change a little bit, because then it will become policy, right? But I just remember here, I got a message from Coinbase going, congratulations, we're auto staking for you. And I was like, wow, that sounds cool. But no. By the way, I should mention that Kraken used to give you staking rewards on their platform on any asset that was stakeable, and they would allow you to immediately unstake the asset. Didn't matter if it was Atom or ADA or XTZ or whatever. If it was a stakeable asset, they would give you staking rewards and allow you to immediately unstake it, right? Because they were sort of in the middle. So they were like, okay, Rex has like 5,000 Atom. And he wants us to stake it. So he is staking it on our platform. We're paying him rewards. And under the hood, we took his 5,000 Atom, and, we're staking it ourselves somewhere, right? But when I decided I want to unstake it, they were kind of like, well, we've got enough liquidity to let Rex have his Atom back right away. That was the service they were providing. So that was probably why they were so quick to discontinue that when the SEC, threatened them. They were like, okay, fine, we won't provide staking anymore, because they were sort of in the middle. Whereas Coinbase is got it so that, hey, look, we're not doing anything. You want to stake it, we're going to turn around and stake it for you. It'll earn on the platform, and you'll get your rewards from them, not us. And if you want to unstake it, then you've got to deal with the protocol, right? That's the legal barrier that Coinbase is providing for themselves, so that they can't be accused of providing a security or whatever, right? Although now Gensler's like, oh, well, I can, I'm going to go after people that, so, if Gensler has his way, you probably don't want to be staking on Coinbase. It doesn't really matter. I mean, if you're staking in your own wallet, you have to declare that to the IRS, or you're avoiding taxes and you've got problems with the IRS. So it doesn't really matter. It's not like you're going to be hiding something by doing it from your own wallet. You just have full custody, which is preferable. Okay, so yeah, you're earning CNS, and if that's your intent, great. Let it earn, right? Just be aware that I don't know what the unbonding period for CNS is, but you should find out in case you decide you want to, withdraw it at some point, if you're staking it on Coinbase, if Coinbase is staking it for you. Yeah, both Dan and I have been staking Atom in our own wallets for a number of years. ADA as well. You can, it is better to stake from your own wallet. It's more secure, and you have full custody of the asset, right? Okay, so you're mining helium too? It's cool. It's like picking up pennies in front of a freight train. It's a good analogy. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to talk about that Coinbase for people that, deal with, because Coinbase is the #1 exchange in the US. So, right? I'm looking out my window. It's just really snowing like crazy here in Michigan today. It's like when they tell us there's a blizzard coming, we get 2 inches. But when they just say, oh, yeah, it's going to be cold, obviously, look out. You open the door to let the dog out, and there's like 6 inches of snow on the porch. You're like, what happened? It's like Michigan in March. Yeah. All right, so let's go back and see what's going on here. We did a little bit of transferring crypto. I wanted to talk maybe a little bit about connecting a ledger to Metamask. I know I've been over this many times. Why don't we check this Fetch wallet? Dan was showing me the other day that Fetch wallet was not functioning properly for him. And I tried it on my laptop and it wasn't working either. So first of all, let's get into the Fetch app. Oops. There's Hedra. I think I came full circle here. I don't know why those apps are in the front there. Here, let me see if I can get this closer. Let's see, you can see it a little better. Let's see if I can find. Having some trouble. Houston, we have a problem. Fetch AI uses the Cosmos app. Pardon me. I knew something was weird. There it is, Cosmos. All right, so we get into Cosmos, right? And then now that we're in Cosmos, let's go to the Fetch wallet. See if we can see our balance, right? Let me put in my password. And see what happens. Oh, look, it's showing, right? I think when Dan and I were doing this the other day, it just simply wasn't showing up at all. I don't know that there's any way to verify the device from here. Oh, they got IBC transfer. Okay, IBC root beer. So yeah, I don't see any like verify device. Let's see. Boopity boopity boo. Well, I could take a chance and just log out of the wallet and see what happens. All right. Oh, that just. All right. Just makes me have to do that again. Let's see if I can delete the wallet. There we go. Yeah, delete the account. Okay. What's the password? Okay. All right. So now this would be, I've already downloaded and installed the Cosmos app, right? And I want to manage my Fetch AI using my Ledger device. Right? I can't do it in Ledger Live, but Fetch has this cool standalone wallet that will allow me to store my Fetch AI in native format. Right? I believe it's normally you can store it on Binance Smart Chain, I believe, which I did a video on that using MetaMask on the Binance Smart Chain. But this wallet allows you to store Fetch in native format, which you really can't do on Coinbase. I believe in Coinbase, if you want, okay, that looks like Ethereum, right? Or no, maybe this is actual Fetch format. I don't know. Let's look over here. if you want to withdraw, see, there's the default network is Fetch AI Network, but it can also be stored as an ERC20 token, and it can also be stored on the Binance Smart Chain. But if you want to use this Fetch AI native format, you need to use a Fetch wallet, right? Which is what we're playing around with over here. All right. So let me see if it'll connect to my device now. You need to be in the Cosmos app to do this. Let's hit import ledger. We'll call this one ledger X. Let's get a password here. And we'll click next. All right, whenever you use a third-party wallet, you want to make sure that you've already got the device connected and that you're in the correct app. Otherwise, it's not going to like make the connection. Right? So when we hit next, that's when the web interface should come up. Okay, so this is, I'm all set. Probably because I've done it before. But usually like it'll pop up. Yeah, see, it's back. All right. So I don't know what the problem was when Dan and I were trying to do this the other day, but you can as you can see, not only can I store Fetch in this wallet, I can actually stake it. I'm staking 400 in their protocol, but I believe there's an unbonding period. I'm not sure how to get to it, but let's see. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I think we got to do this. We connect the wallet. Okay, the Kepler wallet. Yeah, so when you run the stake, it launches Kepler. Oh, and I'm in the Cosmos app, so that's all well and good. Right? So it's going to allow me to stake more. I'm not really sure how you would unbond it, to be honest with you. I'm sure I probably should have wondered about that. Oh, is it claim? No, not claim. I don't know. It's got to be a way to unstake it. Let's go back over here. Was it Binance? I don't know which. Yeah, I better figure that one out. I'm sure there's a way to do it. Probably when you go to send it. No. Okay. All right. I'm assuming like if you try to withdraw it, it'll probably unstake. Huh. Okay. Claim. Oh, let's go ahead and claim that 3 and see what happens. Okay, I got my app open. Let's hit approve. All right, then I have to confirm on Ledger. Let's review that information by hitting the metal button till we get over here. All right, there's a lot of information here. Oh my God. All right, then we'll click approve. And let's see, we should have 1003 FET now. Still can't figure out how to unstake that 400. I'm sure if I just Google it and play around with it, I'm sure it's a way to do it. But I don't know what the unbonding period is. But I'm not planning on selling it anyway at the moment. You'll notice that I don't have it all staked. And that's because I'm just the kind of person that likes to maintain a certain amount of liquidity so that if I need to sell, I have access to it right away. I don't mind, like the Atom that I have staked has been there for months and months, over a year now, because I'm not planning on selling it right away. But it does kind of, I don't feel comfortable staking all of my assets. I would earn more, but I don't have quick access to them, right? So that's my compromise. It's a good idea to stake if you've got a stakeable coin in your wallet, but by the same token, you have to, be comfortable with the unbonding period. Know what the unbonding period is, and if you want quick access, then keep some unstaked in case you need to sell. It's kind of the way I play it. Might not be the smartest way to do it, but it's the way I decided to do it. Boy, did I lose my butt on Coinbase stock. Hi from Melbourne, Australia. Great to catch you live. Good to have you here, Pollinator. Must be easy to be a weather person. I think I was going to show you a picture. If I can, I'm gonna move this over here real quick. Yeah, let's see if I can show you this picture. If it's gonna let me do this. Hey, let me do it. Okay, this should be a video. Okay, yeah, you can see this. Can you? Took this with my phone earlier today. I don't want it to be too loud. Yeah, this is Michigan this morning. The wind was like really blowing and it was really fluffy. And then here's the dog all covered. He went outside and he's all covered with snow. Oh, the dog's all covered with snow. All right. Yeah, Michigan weather. Yeah. Why is crypto dumping? Why does it ever do anything? Ask Dan. He's a chartist among us. I'm just here to provide tech support to the best of my ability. Crypto's been pretty much steady most of the day. It dropped a little bit earlier and then kind of went back up again. But now it's down under 27. But I mean, it was over 27. That's take it while you got it, right? So yeah, I mean, if we're looking at crypto.com, crypto.com's got it at 26.7. I don't know. Maybe something happened with the UBS deal with Credit Suisse. Maybe that's why crypto's dumping. It's hard to tell, right? Let's refresh here and see where we stand on CoinDesk. Just under 27. I wouldn't panic. Crypto's pretty volatile. Dog's like, let me in. Actually, that dog would just stay out there forever. That dog, it's a husky. It doesn't look like a husky, but it's a gote husky. That dog will just lay out in the snow for hours sometimes. He doesn't care. He likes it. When he was a puppy, he used to sleep out there in the snow, just like right on the snow. I was like, man. Cat, not so much of a snow cat. Yeah, so yeah, crypto's down a bit from where it was earlier today, but you know, I don't usually look at the hourly stuff. You know, it's more daily than anything else. My thoughts on Theta. Well, Theta, I've had let's see, let me take a look here real quick at my Theta holdings. Well, I'm thinking of VE chain, not Theta. Okay, so Theta, I've had Theta for quite a long time. It looks like maybe I bought like $100 worth of Theta at some point in the past. Actually, I've sold off some of my Theta. It was kind of profitable for me, so I sold some of it off back in 21, but I still hold some. We can take a look at it. Theta is kind of weird. It's like Fetch in that it uses when you're managing it on a ledger device, you have to use the Ethereum app. There is no Theta app. So basically what you do is you go, I think I may have this. Let's see here. No, I guess I don't. It doesn't really matter where I access it from, but I think I may have it up here. So you go to the Theta wallet if you want to manage your Theta in your own wallet. Just turn that off. Oh, well, now we need it again, right? So basically what you need to do is, if you want to manage theta, this glare is killing me. Okay. Let me get out of this app. Yeah, and like I said, it's weird that there is no Theta app, right? You use the Ethereum app, but you can't see Theta in your Ledger Live, right? Now, Ledger Live does not support Theta natively, right? There are no, you can't add a Theta account, right? If you go to add account and you chose Theta, I think it'll still tell you that it's, you can now. Well, no. This is not the right Theta. This is Polygon pegged Theta, which is not what we're after, right? We want native Theta, which you can, when you use the Theta wallet, you can manage your native Theta. You just have to make sure you have the Ethereum app open if you want to use your Ledger device. Now, you can create a standalone Theta wallet on this website if you want to, where you can use a key store, which is a file that's stored in a mnemonic, where they give you 12 words and then you manage your wallet by putting in your mnemonic every time you go to access the wallet. Not a very safe and secure way of managing your assets, right? Before you enter your mnemonic, we recommend you disconnect your device from the internet. Who wants to disconnect their computer from the internet? Sacrilege, right? You would have to reach around behind and disconnect the cable or turn off your Wi-Fi or whatever. It's much safe. Or you can use the private key method, where you put in a long number, which is also not very secure, and they tell you, you got to disconnect from the internet if you want to do this. Or you just use your hardware wallet, which is the preferred method, which is the way I do it, right? So you open your Ethereum app, you have your device connected, you tell it you want to use Ledger, and you also have to tell it that you want to use this derivation path, the Ledger Live M4460, right? Not the default, which is kind of weird. I would think like this should be the default, if you're going to use a Ledger device. Anywho, after you got all that set up, you click connect and you should have access to your balance. Right? There's, as you can see, I can use multiple addresses that get generated by this device. Right? The private keys for these wallets are being stored on the device, but this interface can look at the public-facing parts of the wallet, like here. I can see my balance and my transaction history, right? The Theta is not being stored on this. The Theta is not being stored on this website. So don't, like a lot of people, I don't want to store my Theta on a website. That doesn't sound correct. The Theta is stored on the Theta blockchain and you manage it using I'm using my Ledger device. You could use this wallet standalone, but as I showed you, it's a little bit insecure to be cutting and pasting your mnemonic or your private key every time you use the wallet, right? So if you were doing this for the first time, you would have an empty balance and you could buy some Theta somewhere and then just drop it in this wallet. But I've had this Theta in this wallet for quite a while now. And like I said, I think I sold some off back in the heydays, right? When crypto was still worth something. Let me get back to this. I have to find your gloves. Let's turn that off. Yeah, so we got that. I did a video on the Stax delay. Not too long ago. I guess I did a live stream on it. Yeah, right here. There was the Stax delay was announced on that date, whatever date that was that I produced that video, March 3rd, right? They came out and said, oh, by the way, the stacks that you've been waiting for the last 3 or 4 months is going to be delayed another 3 or 4 months. But if you purchased your Stax using their market NFT, redeemed your market NFT, then you'll be first in the queue. And they said 2 months or a couple. They said a couple. So sometimes when people say a couple, they mean 2 or 3. But generally a couple is 2. So 2 months from March 3rd would be April 3rd. But that's just the estimated date that they're going to start shipping them out. So it might be a few days or weeks from then if you're first in line. And I did purchase one with my NFT, so I should hopefully get mine March, April, in early May, and then I'll do a video. If you simply went on their website and pre-ordered, then you might wait longer, like 3 months. So it might be June or July before you get your device, which I think is real. What's the word I'm looking for? Rinky dink. Because when people pre-ordered, they paid for it. It's been paid for with the promise of it's going to be released in March. You had to pay for it, right? They didn't we're just reserving you a place in line. No, it's like, no, you have to buy it. You have to pre-purchase this device. Now that we have your money, it turns out it's going to be another extra couple months. It's pretty rinky-dink in my view. You would think a company that like Ledger would have gotten everything, all their ducks in a row once they promised that they're going to, once they start taking people's money, they should have had everything figured out instead of waiting until, oh, look, it's March and people are wondering where their stacks are. We better tell them it's going to be longer. Not very professional in my view. So, but when I get one, I will let you know. And I think I did that video on that other device, which I think is pretty cool. A different company, the One Key Touch, which is also a touch screen device, very similar to the Stax, that will manage your private keys for you. So you might want to check out that video if you're interested in a pretty cool device. I liked it. It's not the Ledger Stax, but it's cool and it's color. The Stax is going to be grayscale. So we'll see. New day. Dan, thanks for being here. I guess JDO wasn't here tonight. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I did what I thought was a quick reboot of OBS Studio and forgot to re-enable the streaming button. And so I sat there and blabbered away like an idiot to myself for 15 minutes. Sorry. Oh, JDO is here. Yeah, it's not good business to hold someone's money and delay the product. Should have offered immediate refunds or not take the money till delivery was for sure. I wholeheartedly agree with that, JDO. So I'm going to sign out tonight. Sorry for, like I said, sorry for the 15-minute gap. I thought I was online the whole time, and I wasn't. Maybe my brain is getting frostbite. So anyway, thanks again, everybody. Don't forget, I do this every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me again for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions, and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.